Hello everyone, this is xBIGALSKIx, and this is part 12, A Lonely Place to Die, for my suffering video game and possible difficulty commentary walkthrough. So this is another one of those levels where it could be really short if you just ran through it, but there's a couple areas that I've seen that some people don't show in their video. It doesn't have the reward I thought it might. But still, it's still kind of fun to go through. I think they could have done a little bit more with it than what they did. But at the beginning here, I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything. That other side just comes up to this right there. Again, just double checking. As you can see, knowing what you're going to get a lot back after you've played the game a little while, and maybe have a little bit more knowledge of it than I have on this playthrough. Like that had a bunch of pistol ammo, your revolver ammo right there, so I could have really used my revolver a lot and got that ammo back. So again, it's something that if you're not happy with the level or replay it or see what's going to happen, go back and use to your advantage, what the game gives you. I think I've said that before. Now on this maze that's right here, I still don't have a lot of ammo. It's really not a complicated maze or anything like that, but I still wanted to show it. I felt that they could have done a lot more with it. I think I'd said that a little bit earlier, but it's still fun. They could have made it a little bit bigger, maybe a little bit more complicated, but it's still pretty cool that they added something like this.
But we're smarter.
Hey, we have an insane asylum, and what goes good with that? A garden maze, or something like that. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'm just kind of walking around to show it's really not that complicated. And I thought it would have been...
Do you want to play with us, Torque?
See, not a lot of ammo or anything, or not like, some shotgun ammo or something. They give you more revolver ammo. So, again, I thought that there could have been a little bit more variety since they gave you so much revolver ammo at the beginning. A little bit off there on the throw. Like I said, I like to try to let them pass me, then back up, because I usually know they're going to come up, and then that gives me a good opportunity to throw the grenade in there. Again, if you're good with the shotgun and shoot their head off, you don't have to worry about wasting the grenades. I think I was just going to double check to see if there was any flashbang grenades around that I missed, but I don't think there is. And since I did take that damage, I probably could have gone back in the center of the maze and picked up that Zombium bottle in there. But the point is before I moved on to fill up my health before I left.
It'll be a cold day in Hades before I relent to you fiends.
So the game likes to hide some ammo and some different things off the beaten path, so to say. So I always go and explore all those. Again, it's not necessary to do that, but as part of the game. Now those enemies that you see that are burning, and then the exploding rats came out of them, they're called festers. So they'll be coming up a little bit later on in the game.
I offered them a bright new world. A pity so few of my patients lived to see it.
Again, I get turned around. I know there's a house coming up here that you're gonna see and be a part of. And I thought it was before the bridge, but apparently it's after. So I might have made the mistake. I didn't see how much ammo I had at the beginning. Whenever I picked up the revolver ammo right there. And this is what I was talking about in this last video. If you don't shoot their heads off, they come back. So like when he dies, he won't respawn. But I might have wasted some ammo running across the bridge there. It might hurt me a little bit later on. Now I know this guy's still here and there and he's hurt, so I really want to shoot his head off. Now he won't respawn. I thought I could pick that up, that bicycle pump that kind of makes as a flamethrower. I really don't use that much. I'm not sure why I don't. So now I'm just going back, double back in to pick up any TNT sticks or Zombian that I still have before I go on. So I could have kept going straight whenever I went across the bridge, but you know, you miss the stuff, like I said earlier, off the beaten path. It'll become a little bit more apparent later on as the video goes. But then when you go off the beaten path, you get enemies. So I've never had the success of killing these burrowers, and I have a hard time saying that, when they're underwater. So make sure, again, see, I think I'm at a, nope, I thought it might have been a little bit bad angle. But I find it easier to auto-target, I guess that's what you could call the grenade, when they're not in the water. So I'm still trying to recover some of my flashlight But I could have skipped the could have skipped those sides and then just, you know, moved on. But here's that house that I was telling you about. And usually it starts pretty soon, but I think what triggers it is getting really close.
Still love you.
I don't know what triggers it exactly. Maybe getting really close to the fireplace. Maybe that's what it was, and I just didn't get close enough while everything was still talking. I mean, I'm not sure, but I've had it sometimes where it just comes. As soon as I go in there, the little cutscene starts where the Inferno come.
You should never play with fire. It's not safe.
So I don't recall if you're inside, like on the bottom there, and don't jump up to this area. If you try to jump out, try to do a little ricochet there. If you try to jump out, if it kills you or not, or if it just does some damage. But just to be on the safe side, you're better off doing it up here. Now there's some guys in there because I didn't shoot off their head. They're still going to respawn. But I'm going to go to a couple of this other off the beaten path areas, and then I think I come back to that and take care of the guys. I'm in a bad spot right there. But I'm lucky I didn't blow myself up.
So easily seduced. But you know, Torque, nothing worthwhile is easy.
I do think the gas clears off, and I could go back in there and pick up anything that's remaining. But now it bothers me that I left some of these guys alive in here. Not the best fighting sequence right there. But it really threw me off that these guys came up. I mean, especially how many there were. But the good part about all that is at least we know we got everybody. Now the bad part about that is I use a lot more supplies than I thought.
Everywhere I go, I find more of these monstrosities. I shall never get off this island. Retreat, you upstarts! Maybe this will keep you back!
Such a bad shot. I was right on him and didn't kill him. Or missed his face. That's so bad. And again, I knew I had some shotgun bullets, so why waste them and leave when I know I could just double back real quick. So I'll switch to my Molotovs because I know I have a lot. I mean, no reason to waste TNT sticks when I have extra Molotovs up here. That was not a good throw. Boy, if I could have hit all three, it would have been a good throw. That was a little reckless shooting my shotgun close to that TNT box, because if I hadn't have picked up all my Molotovs, it would have blown that up, and it possibly could have blown me up too. So always be mindful of that. Like I said earlier, do as I say, not as I do in a sense. And again, I can just jump over the fence. I have no idea why I'm running around. So this is that truck you saw whenever I was down in the cave. Again, to speed run this, just run to this part and do this, and then you can complete the level. But there is another part down here that I want to show that I don't think, or from what I've seen, people don't always show that. So now that I knocked that Jeep off, I could jump up on that. But then again, I'd missed this other part. And if you're not always moving around, this part could actually be a little confusing because of how the camera angle is. You'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. you see how it's, I don't want to say slow motion, but it's just off. And I'm not sure why that is. I don't know if it's like supposed to be part of a cutscene, and I left too early, so it's doing that until I leave the area. And I'm not sure why it did that. And I never have tried dropping a Molotov down there. Well, they kind of gave me the 1-2 punch there. But I know I have a ton of shotgun ammo. So instead of trying to, waste some grenades or something like that, I can just shoot them. And that's the good thing with the shotgun. When you shoot those burrowers, it kind of stuns them, so you can get off a few more shots. But as you can see, it still seems just a little bit funny. So, this is going to be the end of the chapter, section, part, whatever we want to call it. But I showed a few scenes that, it's easy to miss. Who knows, I might have missed some other things. You get so used to playing it one way. But you got to see all of it. It kind of cost me some supplies. But at the end of the day, I still believe that that's how the developers wanted you to play. Explore everything, kill everything, and make the most of what they give you throughout the level. But that's it. Hope everybody enjoyed it. Take care. We'll see you in the next one.